Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 for Monday, December the 4th, 2023. There is not a whole lot to be adding. The markets both did continue to move lower as it started yesterday in the Globex session and appear to be just following through with the C wave of wave 4. So we can kind of change around the labeling a little bit. And I'm just going to, actually, I could have put that, just moved it nicely. We're going to drop the A down to here. And I'm going to actually look to and do and one more. There you go. This is called the lazy man's version, right? And now I can get rid of that because the C wave isn't done yet. And I'm just going to label this the way I see it right now. So we're leaving open the possibility that we're still within wave 4. And likely will take another day. And here in the S&P, we know that we got that irregular or slight irregular 1.236 this came in at. And so what we'd be looking for is probably at least a move down to 45.24, possibly as low as 45.02, but I'm not looking for a whole lot here. In fact, if I were to put it together like this and just add, see, 1.618, which is the most common when you're dealing with an irregular B wave for that C wave. So we're still looking for 45.24, but I could put in a little bit less. So it could come in between that 45.44 right here, because it should break to a new low below where we're marking wave A and come in somewhere between here and here. And so I would think that we can get this completed, because if I count this out, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can do it two ways. I can put that in, and then if this is indeed the fourth wave, we can go like this. And then go over and put that there. And then what we have, here we are, 45.39, 2.618, and that's for that fifth wave. And then we actually could add one more to bring it in a little bit further. And because it's such a short, that wave 1 was so short, 45.24. So now we've got a whole bunch all right in there. And so we have 618, and that's where the C wave would come in. And then we have the straight fib at 45.24 and the 3618. Oh, I'm going to be way down there. It kind of disappeared. Interesting. Oh, it's right there. That's pretty far over, to be honest with you. But in any case, 45.24, 45.23 would seem to be the ticket that will work for them all. And so I'm going to remove that one and see, put it way over there for a strange reason. But it kind of balances out right in that same area. Okay, so moving averages, all kind of, the 200 on the hourly and the 50 basically kind of going flat, the 20 reacting and the 8 reacting to the move in the market. We're starting a little bit softer here in Globex. And so we'll look for that continuation. Still that on the other side of that, once wave 4. Now let me move this correctly. So we're going to put this over here. So we're kind of indicating that we need to come down to this level, put in our 4, and then do that fifth wave. So the expectations remain the same for the market once the 4 is complete to go and put in that fifth wave. Now I've taken off some, but we have them still here, 4607, just because it's the previous high, but we're looking for this wave to get above it. The minute fifth wave. Then we have 100%, where this will change because once we get the 4 down to here, it will change. But right now we've not broken that, so I'm leaving it as is. But if we get a move down to here, this will move. But right now we've got 46.27. But here's the one that won't change, and that is for the C wave. And that would be at 46.37, 46.40. And then we have that 1.618 at 46.78. Right now, though, it is appearing that unless we get a little change of heart and we start to move back into a year-end type of rally, which may be over, by the way. You know, a lot of people are talking, a lot of the larger brokerage houses, the analysts are talking that all came in November. So everybody's got the position that they want going into year end, and they're all set. That being the case, we're going to see a drop in volumes. We're going to see a drop in the options play in terms of the 0 DTE. So we're going to see a lot of things where things kind of gel and we go out year end. But I am still expecting at least a finishing rally. Doesn't have to go to the moon, but we definitely want it to come on up into the areas that will complete it. So I'm definitely looking for a move back above 4,600 for right now. Over in the NASDAQ, basically the same story, but as we talked yesterday, the NASDAQ, like the S&P broke this high already and then came back down, whereas the NASDAQ did not. The NASDAQ's going to have a lot more, a larger task at hand if it is indeed going to exceed wave 3. So we still have both possibilities more in line here in the NASDAQ, where we have the A wave, the B wave, and now we're in the C wave. And again, same deal, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, this is 3, this is 4, and we're looking for that 5th wave. We did get down to the bare bones, right, for a 4th wave, which is 0.236. 382 being the next one up is down here at 15,483.84. And then we have one below that at 15,259.260. And I'm believing that maybe in here, or actually anywhere in between here, can give us that completion point. In fact, here again, we're looking at, we could probably give it a little bit more body. And we're going to go there, and I'm going to put it down to here. And then we're going to shift it over to here. So you can see we're getting a little bit closer, 2.618. Equality doesn't get us very far enough. 1.618 gets a new low and could complete the wave 4. 2.618 gets it closer to 15,483. So we have additional support, 15,713, 15,606, 607, and then 15,484. And that will be the lineup. We're still looking for the completion point of this wave 4. I'm going to bring this down and put it over here now. And then still have that upside move. It's all going to change as it should now, because this was markers for the previous 4th. And now that's changed at least down to here. So you're going to see all of this come down. And so it's going to get a little bit, I can do that now, and we can start to see if that was the marker, what it's going to look like. So 15,721.25 is this. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go middle end 15,726, I believe is what I said. Is it not? Let me just check that out one more time. 21. 21.25. All right, so we'll just kind of put that into place. And you can see that it pulls it all down, where 1.618 is actually just above that other high. So 16,265. And then we do have, again, where minor 5 to minor 1 is 16,327. So this zone is still actually all the way, 16,208, 265, 327, still in line. So that's here. If we bring it down even more, a little bit more, it'll be much better for the upside. Otherwise, we're just like really pulling it down, and it likely is going to end in failure. So we'll see. Again, NASDAQ pretty much holding its own in terms of the moving averages. They are lining up to go down, by the way, and they are in alignment to go down. So the other side of that coin is that we continue to drop in the NASDAQ with more speed, with more depth. And then that's going to put some danger in. And let me just open this up and put it out on a 4-hour chart, open it up. There is wave one, but we're really thinking, if it starts to come down into where it had produced those triggers of that breath thrust indicator, then, we're probably going to be topped out here. Putting all the labels on it, putting the B wave label on it, ends in a small failure because it didn't get above 250. And then we just start to head down. This would be still pretty weak in terms of the start, but it would be 1, 2, 1, 2, which could signal that we drop real quick. So we shall see. In the meantime, I am going to look for it still to be a wave 4. We're looking for the final 5th wave down of the C wave to complete the 4th wave and start us on that rally phase to complete the larger move. Tomorrow, let's take a look at what we got coming in. We have S&P U.S. Services PMI at 9:45 a.m., ISM at 10 a.m., and job openings at 10 a.m. So we got a couple of market movers that might be able to kick it into gear one way or the other. And that's going to be it for tonight. Our next update will be on Tuesday, December the 5th.